it is a Freaker Friday, and you got Grammy Mary here in her rocket chair to kick shit off for the evening, at least. We had Vince, and god dang it, play. Damn it. I'm trying to get my metadata to do its thing, and it's giving me fits. So, I'm just going to keep playing. Damn it, I'm going to keep pushing buttons. Buttons. I love pushing buttons. Oh, well, it is a Freaker Friday, and I have had a freaky, almost said it, day. Okay, let me see. I got to check Facebook real quick, which I do have an article about Facebook, too, that I'm going to get to this evening. I see Vince is over here on Facebook. I see you, Vince. And I see the lovely Miss Lisa B is over here as well. Hey there, lady. How you doing? And my brother David. Hey there, dude. Need a healing prayer? Honey, if you would quit running over your foot with your mower. Okay, he just got his foot caught under the deck. Didn't really chop up his foot, but he kind of sort of mangled the tennis shoe, and yeah, his ankle is looking rather icky. Okay, let me see. Who's over here on World Truth real fast? Because then I'm going to have to get to... listening to Vince and Flash earlier today, I had a few things that popped into my wee widow head, or at least what little I got to listen to them. Made some... Hey, Bo Diddy, how you doing? And Jane Dew and Bobby Bain and Mary B. And I see Grimmy is over here on World Truth as well. Hey there, darling. How you doing? He's going to be on later on this evening with the Mighty Moose Girl, and they're going to have a little bit of a freaker's ball, which is a rather unusual looking ball. And I know Flash was a ball knocker earlier today, but I don't think he knocks freaker balls. I don't think he knocks him at all. Which anybody that's over on World Truth, if you've noticed my new profile pic, oh my God, it is so absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. Miss Circles did that for me. She's a very talented artist, and yeah, she did that one for me. So thank you very much, Miss Circles. I also see Dakota 8 is over here. Hey there, darling. How you doing? Oop, hiccup. I had some homemade creamy vegetable soup for supper tonight, which actually I had made it a couple months ago, and then because I don't know how to make small batches, I froze half of it, and I got this out of the freezer the other day, and yeah, it's still scrumdiddly-umptious. That's all I got to say. Hey there, Brandon Bell, you are just really going nuts here, sweetheart, with the videos. Thank you very much over here on World Truth. And looky, Larry is here too. Should I start singing? I don't think so. No, just to torment Larry. It's not worth tormenting the rest of you. It can get scary if you can't afford it. Lots of things can get scary if you can't afford it, Beetle. Okay, over here in the RLM where all of the cool kids hang out. Why am I showing as I'm not here anymore? Why is that? I should be back. Mark me as back. I'm back. I'm no longer marked as away. What the hell? Did I do that? Did I push buttons? Some bitch. I hate when that happens. Okay, over here in the RLM, I see Barman right there at the top. Hey there, sweetheart. I may be needing a drink later. I don't know. Depends on how my day goes. Although I have been doing I've been doing an experiment with my water. Dr. Imashimoto, or God, I can't even remember how to. It's a Japanese name, and I'm gonna fuck it up. Oh hey, Grim, you're an almost a weather geek. Should I do that live? Let me see. I may have to pull that one up just to see if I want to play along with that. In any case. Whoa. Clicked on the wrong thing. There you go. Okay. Okay. Finish saying hey. Yeah, I'm doing a I'm doing an experiment with my water because I watched I've been watching or slash listening to videos, not necessarily watching so much as listening while I'm puttering around the house, and about the water experiment where you put words underneath your water and then it changes the molecular structure of your water. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not telling you the words I put under there. We'll find out next week if it's affected me or not. Woo! Yeah, don't drink the water. Okay, let's see. Beth Z is over here. Hey there, lovely lady. How you doing? How's things up there in the frozen tundra? Or I guess you're not frozen tundra, but you're in a yeah, you're up north. You're way up north and east of me. I also see Cowboy Tech is here. I hope you're hearing pleasant voices, darling. And looky there, there's Grimner, who is the creator of RLM and the guy that is the master of masters when it comes to radio stuff. And he handles our radio stuff for World Truth. Thank you. I don't know if I've ever told you that, but thank you, thank you, thank you. You are the most awesomest in the whole wide world. Bless your heart, Grimmy. And you fix my fuck ups. So, hey. Oh, man, I said it 10 minutes in. Let me see if I can get it to do the metadata again. Don't tell me there's no script source that can be found, damn it. It's there. Where the hell did it go? Where's a... What the fuck? Well, sunny beaches in California. I don't know what the hell happened, but I lost it somewhere. Okay, back to saying Heidi ho. Where was I at? Oh, there! I was at the lovely Kate. That's where I was at. And I also see Rome's is here, who's not letting me breathe heavy this evening. Well, that's okay, sweetheart. I don't mind. I need to have an occasional night where I'm not quite so breathy. I also see Free Enslaved is here. Hey there, darling, as well as IB Don C. Oh, you say words over your water? Good vodka. Weirdo. Okay. I also, what? Thank you again, Grimmy. You are the man. The one, the only, the man. He's the creator, too. Because he's, like, got so much depth. Yeah, when Grimmy hits, bam, you know it. It leaves like a great big hole. Yeah, well, you know, that's because he's Odin. Shh, don't tell anyone. Oh, crap. Um, cut it out, guys. I'm trying to say hi to everybody. I'm broadcasting here as if I'm a professional. Yeah, right. Okay, see, this is just to let y'all know that if I can do this, anybody can do it. I also see IB Don C is here, as well as Java Doctor 2, the new and improved version. And I am not drinking Java this evening, sweetheart, because I think I've had entirely too much Java today. So I am drinking my water that's over my lovely little words, and it has some it has some orange oil in it, because, you know, vitamin C, keep the immune system boosted. And by the way, I need a drink. Ummy good for the tummy and flushes the system. And I hope I don't have to depth, girth, whatever, huh? Who's girth? Don't want to know. Okay. I also see Asmo is here, and I saw the other day that Asmo actually got some heating oil. Woohoo! Way to go, Asmo. You're no longer Mr. Bursicle, huh? Beetle is here. Beetle! And you're going to go gambling. Dude, have fun. I gamble every day. It's just, you know, I actually try and do something physical, and it's like, holy shit, you're taking your life into your own hands there, crazy old lady. Which I do on a daily basis because, well, you know, I get behind the wheel. And everyone knows the most dangerous part of any automobile is the nut holding the wheel. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, I also see Chalcedony is here. What? 100% of beer tested. Glyphosate. Oh, well. See, that's why I don't drink beer anymore. Beer doesn't sit well with me at all. Meister Bro! Okay, wait your turn. Did I say Chalcedony? Hey, Chalcedony! Sorry, I didn't want to miss you, sweetheart. I also see the demon attracts. Don't you like my sound effects? Even if you don't, tough shit. I also see Gary L is here, and Gary L was so awesome and helping out my cuz over on Facebook earlier today. Thank you very much. She's my lovely cuz. She's, oh my God, she's absolutely gorgeous. And you know, I've known her since I was about knee high to a dog turd. Yeah, you can be knee high to a dog turd. You really can. Depends on what kind of dog turd it was, but hey, you can be knee high to it. And yeah, she's always been a pretty child, and now she's just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just absolutely jealous, but that's okay. You know, that side of the family got all the looks. It's okay. I'll live. I'll just sit over in my corner and pout. In any case, yeah, I'm here pouting on the radio. I also see IB Dancy Work is registered in here, as well as Juana Taco. Darling, sounds lovely, but I'm really rather full from my soup. It was very yummy, and I added a little zippity to it. I put some salsa in it, too, just to kind of, whoo, it zippitied me. Can you tell? There's Meisterbauer showing up in the RLM list of people that are here playing along, as well as P. Bunyan. Make your own brew. You know what? My son-in-law makes his own brew. While my daughter was working over in the UK, he apprenticed to someone that had a microbrewery. So, yeah, he learned how to make some of the really good shit. I also see RLM 42405. Let's see, 42405. That's 10, 15. I'll call you RLM 15 because I can say that a hell of a lot faster. I also see Sullivan, a.k.a. Walter, and then to round out, yes, turds do have knees. Okay. The one, the only, the one that's giving me shit about my turds with knees. Vinzi. Well, yeah, they do have long skirts, but you know, if you have your squatty potty, I love that video. I'm such a dork. And that's why I'm perfect for the dork table. Hello, Rascal. You going to come to help this evening? Yes. Yeah, I did. I put some doodah in there. So now I have some zippity for my doodah. Whee! I'll find out tomorrow if I put too much zippity in my doodah. I know, Rascal. I love you too, baby girl. Okay, let's see. I got to get to some silliness, and then I'm going to do some cereal stuff. And no, I'm not talking Cheerios or cornflakes or anything weird like that, because, you know, Cheerios, that's for piss ants and their little motorcycles. And what? Geez, the homosexuals in politics? No, there's always been homosexuals in politics because, you know, they don't care, actually. They have sex with Homo sapiens, and it's usually against their will, or at least the other parties, because it's one of those things where we're all called Ben Dover. So, wee, wow, rambling. Oh, it's a picture thing. Okay, I'll do that later, Grim. I saw your little weather. Left your knees or... No, it's not just the left knee. It's also the right knee. And occasionally you get to walk away with your weenie. Okay. Never mind. I did notice over on... What? Oh, hi, Bo. I noticed over on Twitter that I still have over 300 stalkers. Barely, but I do. Probably would help if I tweeted more often, but you know, I'm not effeminate. I don't tweet. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. Let me refresh my world truth. See what's going on over here. I do have a few little fun things that I want to get to. Um, One of them, just right off the bat, I got to get this out of the way because, well, if I don't, I'll forget it and then I'll really feel bad. Because it's my favoriteest place in the whole wide world. In the whole wide world, although I've never been there and don't plan on ever going there. A poll, 38% of Florida voters believe that Ted Cruz could be the Zodiac Killer. I don't think he's old enough. But, that's what I get for not thinking, huh? Apparently, a poll by the Public Policy Polling, pork pig would have a hell of a time with that one, found that a surprising number of Florida voters believe that Republican presidential candidate Ted Cruz could be the Zodiac Killer. Really? I know, rascal. I love you too, sweetie. But your claws hurt, baby girl. While a 62% majority of voters answered no when they were asked if they believed that Cruz was responsible for a string of murders in the early 70s, 10% answered yes. And an additional 28% said that they were unsure. Why? Because those people don't do math, apparently. Several reports say that the rumor stems from a speech Cruz delivered at the Conservative Political Action Conference in 2013 titled, "This is the Zodiac Speaking." So instead of going to the whole astrological side of it, they went, "Killer rampage," which, okay, I could see that since he's a politician and they're very good at killing things. They kill bills, they kill people. They definitely kill your bank account. Definitely. Let's see. Public Policy Polling, a Democratic polling firm, asked the question relating to the bizarre internet rumor after dedicating its inclusion weird Twitter when asked if it would appear on their latest round of voter polls, which, wow. The polling company was also responsible for a December poll that found 30% of Republican voters would support bombing a fictional city of Agrabah from Disney's Aladdin, which just goes to show the fluoride is working. It's working very well. Between fluoride and mercury in the vaccines. Well, yeah, he is a creepy looking fucker, but nah. There's a little thing called age. And it's kind of, yeah. Pope soap? Hope on a rope. Just don't bend over to grab that soap, okay? Because, whoo. Okay. Okay. And the nose knows. That's right, Java. That's right. If you got the nose for it, you must be the killer. Well, okay. No. There's a little thing called math. And I'm thinking, no. Early 70s? Nah. He's not that old. Okay. I know, sweetheart. I know. My kitty cat is giving me hugs like crazy this evening. Must be the lovely words that I put under my water bottle. That I've actually had my water bottle sitting on for 2 days now, because it's a glass bottle and I refill it every day. And then I set it back down on those words. So, and we're going to find out. No, I did not take before and after pictures either because, well, I haven't figured out a way to take a picture of my brains. And I don't want to do it up my nose because that would be gross. As if that would stop me. But hey. Dozens of Russian generals in Syria killed after a car bomb hits a military base. We think that's true, Bo Diddy. Life is a gamble. Every time, actually around my house, every time I try to walk through my house with any kind of speed, like, if I have to go to the bathroom first thing in the morning, I have 4 critters that I have to step around. And yeah, so I have a minefield every morning. So yeah, every morning is a gamble for me. Am I gonna make it in time? Oh, cripes. Let me share this stupid Flora link over here on World Truth real quick. Ouch. Ouch. Don't you lay those ears back at me, little girlie. No, I can't lay my ears back. Darn it. Okay. Now, I'm going to go the Free State of Pig real quick because they've got Hambo's got a hellacious rant going here. It's the Orwellian Obameric. Orwellian Obameric. All are equal. Just some are more equal than others. You know, kind of like you've got equal that comes in a green or in a blue packet, and then you've got sugar that comes in a white packet, and then you got this green shit that's supposed to be sugar, but it's not sugar, and it's really, really concentrated. And then you got saccharin. They're not all equal, but they're equal. Huh? In any case, he's got an awesome rant here, but that's not where I'm going today. Today, where I'm going is in the today's tasty tidbits. Because did you know there is such a thing as selfie-icide? There's lots of people that kill themselves getting selfies, which, wow, how would you like that for your last pick? I don't think so. Apparently, Mumbai has banned selfies after 19 people die. So step away from the selfie stick, because Mumbai has ordered a ban on taking selfies after a rise in people accidentally killing themselves while taking pictures, which is one reason why I don't take selfies. One reason. Another reason is because I'm just freaking not coordinated, and it's a smartphone, and which means it's smarter than me, because, yeah, I have to push buttons, and that's not a good thing, okay? Apparently, the Indian city, formerly known as Bombay, has declared that 16 no selfie zones in a bid to stop people from putting themselves in danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Ah! Oh, it's a hell of a picture, though. Bah. They're also issued a warning against people taking unnecessary risks to get the perfect picture. You know, like those nutscapes. Really. That's an unnecessary risk, people. Do you really want to have your dangly bits out there for all the world to see? A critter could come up and bite you there and kiss my ass if you think I'm going to be sucking any poison out of that shit. No. And I don't think your buddy that's standing beside you and egging you on's going to suck it out either. Just saying. Apparently, India is the home of the highest number of people who have died while taking photos of themselves. Wow, that's a distinction to be proud of, isn't it? With 19 of the world's 49 recorded selfie-linked deaths since 2014. That's according to Priceonomics. Why would Priceonomics be keeping track of that? Even the Indian Prime Minister, Narendra, I sound like Scooby-Doo. Narendra Modi, that is Scooby-Doo, has embraced the craze, posting pictures he has snapped with various world leaders online. This is me with this guy. He is an infidel. Oh no, wrong country. The statistics may be in part due to India's sheer size. Well, yeah. With 1.25 billion with a B citizens and one of the world's fastest growing smartphone markets. Because, well, you know, they figured, hey, we are tech support for all of these people that call in, so we may as well own the gadgets that we're doing the tech support on. And at least we will understand the accent. Well, in the Mumbai selfie deaths earlier this month, an 18-year-old college student on a class picnic lost his balance while taking a selfie atop a rock near a dam near the central city of Nashik. He fell into the water and drowned. along with a classmate who jumped in and tried to save him. But did you get the phone? Obviously not. Last month, an 18-year-old woman fell and drowned in a sea while taking a photo of herself at Mumbai's Bandstand Fort, a popular tourist spot. You're weeding the young. Is this called selfie culling the herd? These people are nominating themselves for Darwin Awards, obviously. And they're trying to get photographic evidence of that nomination. Well, overachievers that you are. An engineering student sustained fatal head injuries when a rock he was standing cracked and sent him tumbling. Dude, wow. You must have been hefty. He'd been trying to take a selfie with friends in front of the Koli Hills in Tamil Nadu. And in January 2014, 3 students aged 20 to 22 died when they stopped to take a photo with a speeding train approaching, and they were hit because, well, trains are bigger and there's a thing called inertia. As in, can't stop on a dime, dumbass. And these are the people that we call for tech support. Apparently, Mumbai police have declared selfies off-limit in areas perceived as risky, pretty much anywhere, particularly along the coastline in spots with no railings or barriers, and anyone venturing into off-limits areas, well, duh. Even if they take no photos, risks being slapped with a fine of 1,200 rupees or about 13 pounds. Despite clearly marked signs marking the selfie-free zones, people can still be seen clicking away and often going to the edges or standing on ledges to get the most thrilling shots. You ain't gonna catch me doing that shit because me in heights, I look down and I go, woofty, woofty. Too many years of playing in tree houses and basically Tarzan and Jane and getting pushed out because dumb old girls aren't supposed to be in tree houses and, brothers. They love you. It's called brotherly love. That's probably what's wrong with me. Too many times I'm landing on my head. It's either that or the dryer trips. I can't decide which one was worse. Oh well. Memory, it's the first thing that goes. Apparently, when you are traveling alone and do not have anyone to take your pictures, then it's only selfie, said Murtuza Ragwala, who is a student in Mumbai. Well, you know what, darling? There's a camera in your mind. Those pictures don't go away either. Well, at least, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I remember things from when I was a child that there's no pictures of, and that's a good thing. Just saying. Okay, and the next one under Tasty Tidbits, I saw this, and I just had to giggle, so I thought, I got to share this one with you guys as well. It's Homeschooled, or that's the title of it. And most of our generation of 50 plus were homeschooled in many ways, which, yes, I resemble a bunch of these. I learned a lot of these lessons. Number 1, my mother taught me to appreciate a job well done. If you're going to kill each other, do it outside. I just finished cleaning. A show of hands. How many of you have heard that one? I know I heard it multiple times. How about this one? My mother taught me religion. You better pray that will come out of the carpet. Mm-hmm. Or another one that we always used to hear, just wait till your father gets home. Oh God, we did a lot of praying at that one too. Yes, we did. Number 3, my father taught me about time travel. If you don't straighten up, I'm going to knock you into the middle of next week. I do recall hearing that one quite a few times, actually. I'm going to push my button again just because I can. Let's see. My father also taught me logic, number 4. Because I said so. That's why. Okay, Mom said that a lot as well. A lot. Number 5, my mother taught me more logic. If you fall out of that swing and break your neck, you're not going to the store with me. Yeah, I also heard don't come crying to me. Hi there, I hate back spasms. Are you my buada? You must be my buada. Hey there, darling. I hate back spasms too. I do have some ointment that works really well for that though. Dog lick toe kemosabi. Ew. Okay, my dogs do that too. Yeah. Oh yeah, Moosey. Which, by the way, hey there, woman. How's it going? Moosey will be on later with Grammy for the Freakers Ball. So yeah, stick around because it's gonna be way cool. Let's see. Number 6, my mother taught me foresight. Make sure you wear clean underwear in case you're in an accident, which I'm thinking Bill Cosby was right on that one. Because when you're in an accident, you're going to have an accident because first you're going to say it, then you're going to do it. So in other words, always keep a pair of clean underwear in your glove box so that if you are able to move at all, you can take your soiled underwear off and put the clean one on. As if anybody's going to be worried about your shitty and pissy pants when you got blood gushing everywhere. But hey, if you're ever in an accident. Number 7, my father taught me irony, and that's not with an iron and an ironing board. Jeez. Keep crying, and I'll give you something to cry about. Oh yeah, heard that one lots of times. Heard that one. Yep. Don't come crying to me. Yeah, I heard that a bunch. But Mom swung it. Okay, Mom didn't ever use a belt on me. She used a garden hose one time. She was really pissed, and that was handy. Whee! Yeah, left welts. Of course, it's not like I didn't do something to really deserve a whooping, but hey. In any case, let's see, number 8. My mother taught me about the science of osmosis. Keep your mouth shut and eat your supper. Yeah, I've done that one. I've actually said that one. Number 9, my mother taught me about contortionism. Just you look at that dirt on the back of your neck, which, you know, Mother was really into The Exorcist before there was The Exorcist. Just saying. Number 10, my mother taught me about stamina. You'll sit there until all that spinach is gone, which, okay, I didn't have to sit for long because I actually like spinach. So I like canned and I like fresh. Although with canned, I must have salt and vinegar. But I do like canned spinach. And now I'm going to have to go and get me some spinach because now I got a hankering for it. Okay, number 11, my mom taught me about weather. This room of yours looks like a tornado went through it, which, guilty. Said that. Yeah, to my youngest. I also told her on several occasions, I am not going in and cleaning your room because I'm not current on my shots. And God knows what I'll catch going in there. Yeah, she was not exact. Yeah. Number 12, my mother taught me about hypocrisy. If I told you once, I've told you 1,000,000 times, don't exaggerate. That is not an exaggeration either. Trust me, because mothers have probably said it 1,000,000 times. Number 13, my father taught me the circle of life. Brought you into this world, I can take you out. Yeah, heard that one. Heard that a time or two. Not necessarily directed at me, but still. Did hear that one a time or two. Number 14, my mother taught me about behavior modification. Stop acting like your father. Oh, Lord. Yes, I have a couple of brothers that got accused of that. 1,000,000 times, and I'm not exaggerating either. Number 15, my mother taught me about envy. There are millions of less fortunate children in this world who don't have wonderful parents like you do. You know, Mom also said there's starving children in Ethiopia. And one of my brothers, I do recall, said something like, well, then send this food to them. for which I didn't realize how fast Dad's backhand was until that happened. Wow! I mean, the breeze coming off damn near cleared the table. We all sat still and finished eating. Whee! Okay, number 16, my mother taught me about anticipation. Just wait until we get home. No, it was wait till your father gets home. That's what we always heard. Wait till your father gets home. Can I be gone then? Yeah, and she still has a really long memory. Just comes in spurts. Bless her heart. Number 17, my mother taught me about receiving. You are going to get it from your father when you get home. Yeah, I heard that one time or two or 20. Number 18, my mother taught me medical science. If you don't stop crossing your eyes, you're going to get stuck that way. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That whole, you keep making that face, your face is going to freeze that way. You know, we used to try to do that until that became her new punishment. And Mother was wonderful with some of these punishments. And if we would get to bickering or something like that, she would make us kneel in a corner facing each other. And it wasn't none of this kneeling and sitting on your heels shit. You had to kneel up straight. And you had to face each other. And whatever faces you were making, you had to hold that face for like 5 minutes. And if she walked by and saw you weren't making that face, the 5 minutes started over again. She was wicked. And we had hardwood floors, let me tell you. And kids, especially when you got to pee and you don't move, Mom was mean. She's a mean old lady. Damn it. Number 19, my mother taught me ESP. Put your sweater on. Don't you think I know when you're cold? Yes, parents have to dress or children have to dress warmer because their parents are cold. That's just the way of the world. Number 20, my father taught me humor. When that lawnmower cuts off your toes, don't come running to me. We'll just call you Stumpy. How's that sound? I got to refresh my Twitter because I got like 93 tweets. And oh, Christ, there's Ted Cruz. Go away, Cruz. They all make me crazy. Number 21, my mother taught me how to become an adult. If you don't eat your vegetables, you'll never grow up, okay, I still haven't grown up. And I eat my vegetables. I kind of like vegetables. I'm not a vegetarian, but I do commit vegicide on a daily basis. Those poor veggies, they never knew what the last thing they saw was them on a fork going, yeah. Don't say nothing, back spasms. Number 22, my mother taught me genetics. You're just like your father. Well, he does half of the material. Yeah. Number 23, my mother taught me about my roots. Shut that door behind you. Do you think you were born in a barn? Well, close. Close. I wonder if Mary ever said that to the baby Jesus. Because, he could go, well, yeah. There wasn't a door, okay? I got a slate Twitter or a stale Twitter. Do I have a stale Twitter? I don't know. Do I have a... Huh? I don't know. Do I have a stale Twitter? Oh, I do remember that one. Back spasms. Yeah, that was funny. Oh, yeah. That was, yeah. He found out real quick that he wasn't as tough as he thought he was. Okay. Let's see. Number 24, my mother taught me wisdom. When you get to be my age, you'll understand. Mom, I don't know that I'll ever get to your age because you're going to outlive me because you already said you're going to live to be 156, and I don't plan on living that long. And finally, number 25, my mother taught me about justice. One day you'll have kids, and I hope they turn out just like you, which that is the mother's curse, and it does work. My mother cursed me not only with a child just like me, but also with a child just like my two little sisters rolled into one. I don't think that was one bit fair. Although I did find out later that she's actually just like her father. Genetics. But she's also just like my two younger sisters rolled into one. Bless her heart. Love her dearly. But oi, she is so lucky she lived through puberty. Thanks, Grim. Yeah. Having a good chuckle at my expense. Like I give a shit. Go ahead. I don't care. Oh, that was another thing. Mom used to tell us, if there's no broken bones and no blood spurting, I don't want to hear about it. That was another thing you used to tell us. Yeah. Okay. Oh, your mother was a Marine? Good Lord. So your mother really did wear combat boots, huh, P. Bunyan? Oh my goodness, how funny. Okay, now I got to do this day in history because there's only 4 of them today, but I got to do that and then I will move along. Moving along, and we're walking. Today in history, February 26, 1846, William Buffalo Bill Cody, born in Davenport, Iowa, later led the fight against global warming by killing 4,000 methane-spewing bovines, aka buffalo. Didn't get them all. There's some that are just south of me, and they really are rather massive, and they're really cool. This date in history, 1848, Dumbo-eared legend in his own mind utterly giddy when Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels published the Communist Manifesto in London. It was a retroactive kind of thing. This date in history, 1993, America-dwelling, religion of peace, jihadikazi rat bastards thank Uncle Sam for his hospitality by setting off a bomb in the World Trade Center parking garage. That's the official story, and they're sticking to it. This date in history, 2015, the Marxist in the Oval Office took 2 giant steps towards his dictatorship with successful attacks on the First and Second Amendment. Dangleberry, Dangleberry, wherefore art thou, Dangleberry? You live in the red shed. That place that is supposed to be our house, and yet it's not. Why is it you have to have security clearance to go to the White House? Didn't we pay for that place? Umpteen gazillion times over, I'm thinking. Oh well. Such is life. You know, I could sit there and argue about that crap forever and ever and ever, but are we really going to change it? And that leads me to one of the things that I thought of earlier today. I was listening to the legalese with the guys this morning or earlier today, and I heard them how, different ways of working within the system to take down the system. And although part of me says, I can see how that works on a small scale, but when you go on the large scale, there's no way, if you aren't part of the system, that you're going to make it to the big leagues. I don't believe. And so if you're trying to work with the system or through the system to get justice for something, the system makes the rules. Do you think they're really going to make the rules to where they benefit anyone but the system? No, they're not. It's just like with Congress. In order for them to not get a cost of living increase, they have to actually vote against it. They have to actually go out of their way to vote against it. Do you really think a system that is set up as a self-perpetuating monstrosity, do you really think it's going to do anything that's going to help you? I don't think so. Which is why that system needs to go bye-bye. And that is, if you read the Constitution, whether you believe it or believe in it anymore or not, I'm kind of on the fence on that one, which makes me a pain in the ass, in more ways than one. There was an awful lot of really wonderful stuff said in the Constitution. There was an awful lot of really brilliant people back then that were involved in the writing of that piece of paper or piece of parchment. And yet it was being subverted. The ink wasn't even dry. And they were finding workarounds for it. So do you really think just because it's written down on a piece of paper or a piece of parchment that they're going to go by it? Which also means just because they wrote something, does that mean that it is true and that you have to go by it? Because, if it's good for them to say, oh, well, that's a living document, it's constantly evolving. The definitions and meanings change with society as society changes. Well, you know what? The opposite works true. Just because you wrote something down and said, I declare this is a law, doesn't mean that it's a law. Doesn't mean that people have to abide by it. Especially when it's just a chosen few that are nitpicking shit, or as I prefer to think of it, I think most of the laws that are on the books right now are nonsensical bullshit. And I'm talking like 99.9% of them. Nonsensical bullshit that are either there to put you in jail, which means they will be able to make money off of you, or make money off of you, which is the direct route. Either way, laws are intended to make money off of you, because if you break that law, if you stoop to the level of going below what is an acceptable threshold for behavior in a polite society or even an impolite society, if you break through that threshold and break the law, which basically also means that we are all above the law, peeps, when you look at it like that, breathing is breaking the law somewhere, because you're creating CO2, which is a greenhouse gas, which really, you know why it's a freaking greenhouse gas? Because plants thrive on it. That's why it's a greenhouse gas. They aren't lying when they call it that. It is a greenhouse gas, because plants really like breathing in CO2 and then they expel oxygen. It's one of them quirky things of nature. Wow, weird how that shit works, isn't it? So yeah, technically it is a greenhouse gas, which is another way of just letting you know. Word games. As soon as you realize that they are playing a game, as soon as you realize all this bullshit that's going on, and as soon as you realize that they are only about 100 steps ahead of us in this little game that they're playing, you need to stop and realize that we need to think better. We need to freaking think, period. And then think a little bit better and see if maybe, okay, we can't outthink the 100 steps, but the step that we can see right in front of us right now, let's think of a workaround on that one. One that will make them go, well, shit, didn't see that angle. That's what you got to do. You got to think around the bullshit. You cannot go in there guns a-blazing or what have you, because trust me, they have more toys. Oh, sure, you'll get your 15 seconds of fame in this lovely little world that we have that has the attention span of a tsetse fly. But other than that... Oh, cool. Oh, sorry. Squirrel! This is cool. Never throw away your bags again. Okay. I'm on Twitter. I had to retweet something because that was kind of cool. Oh my God. And then thanks, Funny Waffle. I really need to see that. Um, okay, where was I at? Oh yeah, I remember. Um, do you remember the word games, people? Okay, and work with, try and work around their word games, because they take words, they take perfectly good words, and they mess with the definition. They truly screw it up. Like progressive is now leaves a filthy taste in my mouth just saying the word. Whether it's I'm talking about the insurance company, or if I'm talking about progressives. But it used to be progressive wasn't a bad thing. It used to be that being, when you coded something liberally, you were giving someone an extra helping of. Now, liberal is a bad word. They take perfectly good words and they totally mangle them. And that's one of the fun things that I have been listening to / learning of late is how words, the etymology and everything, and how words have been taken and totally screwed up, totally twisted. And they can take a word and they know the original meaning, the original intent behind that word. And that's what they are meaning. But when they say it, it's just like when Dangleberry said he was going to fundamentally transform this nation. How it was all about hope and change. Yeah. You're going to hope you have some change left by the time they're done with you. Because he did fundamentally transform this nation. Whether you want to believe it or not. Just not in the way that you thought. Because everybody went with, oh, hope, oh, change, oh, fundamentally transform. It's not going to be this evil. Oh, wait, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like to know how state law has any kind of influence on the casinos as well. I really would. Because that is supposed to be sovereign lands. But, they always say, oh, but it's a sovereign. Sovereign doesn't mean what you think it means. It's just like atheist popped into my head, and that's not the word. Damn it. It was there, and now it's gone. Shit. Anarchist. Yeah, there you go. I knew it was an A word. Not asshole, not atheist. Anarchist. Tom fucking Petty? No. I do like that video though, Juana. Thank you for sharing that. They make anarchy sound like it's such a horrible thing, like it's all going to be chaos. It's going to be madness, I tell you, madness. No, it's not. Anarchy means that you have no ruler other than yourself. You have no owner other than yourself. That's what it means. It means self-rule. So, and do I think the world is ready for self-rule? No. It's going to take a major leap in self-control and self-respect before that happens. Because right now we are still too much of a gimme, short attention span society. Sadly true. Which brings me to one of the quotes that I saw earlier today. And, yeah. I've come to realize that the biggest problem anywhere in the world is that people's perceptions of reality are compulsively filtered through the screening mesh of what they want and do not want to be true. That's from Travis Walton. I don't know how many of you know who Travis Walton is. Fire in the Sky. And then another quote that I really, really liked that I saw earlier today is, it is a great mystery that though the human heart longs for the truth, in which it alone finds liberation and delight, the first reaction of human beings to truth is one of hostility and fear. And sadly, that is true. Very sadly, that's true. Because you put the truth in front of someone, And it doesn't make any difference how many facts. Doesn't make any difference if you didn't doctor the numbers one damn bit. If you put the truth in front of someone and it goes against everything that they have been taught in the public education system or by the clap, they are going to violently oppose you. Violently. I've seen it. It's scary as hell. And that's one of the things that scares the hell out of me with the Donald. Because although I do find him entertaining with the shit that he says, he scares the hell out of me. And not like I'm terrified and gonna wet my pants or nothing like that. It's just, wow. Really? This whack job actually has a lot of people. He's basically being the loudest, dumbest one in the herd. And that's where all of the cows are going. To the loudest one in the herd. Donald. Trumper. Scary as hell. I mean, just seeing the way people react to him is just as terrifying as watching the way people react to Dangleberry. Seriously, the fluoride has worked. It really has. It's done its job. Oh, well. Which brings me to one other thing that I just wanted to really quickly put out there. All of these people that and Larkin Rose said it best in one of the videos that I'd listened to, as until people stop saying, well, who's going to lead us? Until that mentality gets quashed, until they all step up and go, well, I think we could try this. And everybody puts in their 2 cents worth and works together. But instead of that, we've still got that mentality of we need a leader. Take me to your leader. That got ingrained into our heads when we were kids with all the UFO movies and stuff, the scare tactics. Ooh, the aliens are coming down. Take me to your leader. I'd heard something about we being referred to as the sheep, and that we were the flock, as in the Bible. And Christ is the shepherd. And I don't have a problem with the persona Jesus Christ. I think the teachings were absolutely amazing. Or at least the teachings that, okay, how do I even know that those were really his teachings? Most of that shit was written like 300 years after the fact. Word of mouth. I don't know. But from the teachings that I've read, yeah, you can get some really goddamn good lessons in that shit. But whenever someone says, you are my flock and I am your shepherd, turn around and walk away. Seriously. That's what you need to do. That is when humanity will start growing up and growing a pair. Whether it's tatas or huevos. Either way, they're danglies. Grow a pair. And stop expecting someone else to be there and comfort you. And care for you. And fix your boo-boos. And fix the world. And save you from the mess that you made. Clean up your mess. I didn't clean my daughter's room, and I tell you what, okay, I take that back. I did clean her room a couple of times, but when I did, I went in with rubber gloves and a trash bag. And when I was done, anything that was not in its proper place was in the trash. Only took a couple of times. And if she didn't get to it as quickly as I thought she should, I'd get out a black trash bag, and let me tell you, you never seen a child move so fast as one that saw a mom shaking out a black trash bag. Child learned to clean her room quickly. Not exactly really good, but she learned to clean it quickly. Clean up your own mess. That's what we need to realize. We made this frickin' mess. Whether it's The tards that be, or what have you, whether they started it eons ago or whatever, if you have become cognizant of the bullshit that's going on, then start fixing it. I'm not saying you're going to fix the whole world, but you can sure as hell fix where you live. And I'm not saying get together with 100,000 other people and have a big old rah-rah-ree, kick them in the knee rally either, because those don't work. All that does is give them a large target. Everyone needs to start fixing it where they're at and showing others how to fix it where they're at. That's how this shit gets fixed. You don't get into groups with the group mentality. That's entirely too easy to infiltrate and take off to where it totally screws everything up and feeds into their shit, whoever they are. Fix it yourself. Either just you or you and a couple other people, but always do it with people you know and people you trust, and work together, and you fix things and show how it can be beneficial so that others will wish to emulate. That's how we get out of this shit. Not by the rickum, rackum, ruckum, ruckum, get that ball and really fight rally bullshit. Not by going after them with guns or any of that other shit, because trust me, they have more toys and they will not bat an eye at taking your ass out. You have to stop playing by their rules and playing by your own. Period. So, now that I'm done with my bitch session, now that I'm done with my ranting, I suppose I ought to get to something that would be a little bit more fun, don't you think? Let's see here. How about on humansarefree.com? Let me check over here in the RLM, see if I've... Uh-oh, Moosey left. Yes, it does, Beetle. Okay. Yep. Okay. There's no way I can catch up with the chat, so I'll just get over here. Okay. Elections, presidential elections 2016, which basically are selections, and we get to go and play along in their lovely little game. Oh, look, they're letting us punch holes in a card. Oh, look, they're letting us fill in a little square. Now, make sure that you don't color outside the lines, because the machine will not register it if you color outside the lines. Must use a number 2 pencil. Yada, yada, yada. It doesn't work, people. Presidential elections 2016. The whole world is watching the comic display, which, yes, it is a comic display. A comedy of errors is what it is. What's the difference between a presidential race in the United States and a presidential race in Uganda? Well, as it appears, not much. Of course, there are poles apart in terms of economic, social, and naturally geographic factors, but in terms of democracy and specifically the election process, there's really not much difference at all. Recently, the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon has backed the concerns of the international observers about shortcomings and irregularities in the Ugandan election race. Shortcomings, irregularities. Those are nice, big, fancy schmancy words for farce, bullshit, cheater, pumpkin eater. Yeah, I'm being ever so mature, which is pretty much the way all of this shit is. These concerns come after it was revealed that during the week prior to polling day... Sorry, Vince. Prior to polling day, the main opposition leader was arrested 3 times in 5 days. Well, that sounds like a typical politician to me. Only, hey, there's one difference between them and the U.S. No. Over here, they run for president. The other Three opposition leaders were also arrested, and there had been an aggressive use of security forces against opposition candidates and supporters, with at least 2 people confirmed dead as a result. Well, and yet Shrillery still walks free. Well, I think she would look very exceptional in an orange jumpsuit. And yes, Vins, we can make sure that it's one that her cankles will show, just so you can get a Woody. Okay, granted, perhaps the election fraud is not as blatant in the land of the free and brave. Oh, yes, it is. That's just it. The clap is very good at covering it up because that's their job. But election fraud is still a criminal offense and is still denying the electorate their freedom to choose who represents them. Yeah, like we've had freedom to do that for a while. Yeah. Okay. Besides the fact that we the people don't do the voting anyway. Oh, sure, we get to punch holes in a card. Sure, we get to color inside of those little circles or those little squares. But it's the Electoral College that decides anyway. They've been rubbing it in our noses for years, people. And yes, I've heard the argument of, well, but you see, that's to balance things out. Bullshit. Bullshit. Doesn't balance anything out. You still got the coasts decide who we get. Even in, even if there is a decision made, it is all done. Either it's the commie left or the butt pucker right. Either way, the coasts decide. In the current U.S. election Republican race, Ted Cruz has already been accused of misleading voters by spreading lies about opponent Ben Carson dropping out. And using dirty tricks against Marco Rubio and sending fake government checks to voters in Texas. Wow, I need to pay more attention because, damn, that looks like fun. What, darling? Oh, well, yeah, but that's not ever going to happen, hon. Yeah, Moosey, I resemble that fucking computers and kids. Fuck. Because I tell you what, I had to replace 3 computers because of one child. Yeah. Yeah. Bless her heart, I love her dearly, but that was my first thing. My first introduction to chat rooms. And having to clean up the mess my daughter made after getting into a chat room and actually putting in there her real life personal information. She was like 13 when she did that. I wanted to drop kick her through the goalpost of life. But no, I didn't do that because I was so busy fixing the computer that I had to make payments on. Because, back in the day, you had to make payments because they were expensive. I wanted to kill her. But I knew I wouldn't get any rest in prison, so I didn't. Instead, she got grounded from the computer. Like, that really worked. Little shit. In any case, I still love her. And now I go and I mess with her. And now she has a daughter that, yeah, just like her. So I just go visit and laugh because I'm sick and wrong. Okay, back to the article. There's doubtless countless more, and that's just one of the candidates. Well, they're all really good at it. And, if nothing, it's reality TV, people. It's reality TV. Although it's rather entertaining, it's the shiny bauble. Where's the knife coming from in the other direction while they're using the shiny bauble? That's what I want to know. I want to know who's wielding it. Apparently, the Democratic Party is equally a joke. Really? No. Their hideously out-of-dated caucus methods is embarrassing. Oh, Grammy said caucus. It's equally embarrassing. And whoever thought that it was democratically viable option to coin toss an election result? Hey, it's better than some of the decision-making processes we've got. Actually, when I go in to vote on anything, on the local level, there's lots of times where I do the coin toss because it's like, really? Does it make flip a coin? Shit. Flip it again. 2 out of 3. We might as well get Poxitani Phil to decide the outcome. You know, there is an octopus that does that. Isn't that an octopus that does that over in Europe? I do remember. Or did that die? Oh, well. Carry on. The one who doesn't cast a shadow is a witch, and we burn them. Oh, roasted marshmallows time? No, no. I would hate to have Cankle Queen ashes on my marshmallows. Ew. Yeah. Apparently the writer's money is on shrillery. Well, witch? Yeah. She gives witches a bad name. Oh, and elect the other one? Ooh, ow. Because it makes about as much sense, which yes, it does. Although we still don't elect them, they're selected. We get the choices of 2 weevils. And if you don't know what a weevil is, it's those little bugs that you see in either, like if you the little critters in like your pasta or on your crackers or sometimes in your flour, those are weevils. And we have a choice between 2 weevils. They're insects. Actually, they're little insect shells. Because there's no substance to them at all. They're just a little husk. But whenever you see them, you want to vomit, That's just the way it works. Interesting to notice, though, that Shrillery has won 6 straight coin tosses because heads I win, tails you lose. And 6 straight caucuses to give her 6 delegates. Yeah, it's that witch thing, which I could actually see her with a dress that's not long enough to hide the cankles, just for you, Vince. But standing over her cauldron, boil and bubble. I could see her doing that. I could actually see her throwing babies in there, too, because she's a sick and vile creature. I hate to call her a she, because I hate having that connotation. Ew. Then again, let's remember Bush Jr.'s controversial victory in 2000. Oh, well, yeah. Even though Democratic candidate Al Gore won the popular vote by 500,000 votes, and all the major news outlets had already called Mr. Gore, the bloviating bovine that he is, triumphant once again. Gore was triumphant. He did not become POTUS because, well, he had other things to do, like invent global warming and make $1 bazillion. Yeah. Instead, the Republican clown, howdy doody himself, George W., became POTUS. And the rest, as they say, is an alternative history line in some other weird, godforsaken dimension, because I refuse to believe those calamitous 8 years ever happened. Well, sweetheart, you don't want to believe those 8 years ever happened. I don't want to believe that good old Dangleberry's been large and in charge for 8 years either. So, we both have our little blinders on. I live in my own little world, and I only occasionally open the window to let a little bit of reality in before I slam it back down. Because I don't need that much reality. It fucks with my wee little head. People are sick and wrong. So, how did Bush become the victor? Well, Daddy and Granddaddy. That's how. I think this, ouch, sweetheart, you unzipped my shirt. Good thing you guys, what? Oh, that's right, Demon Atrax, I forgot about that. He invented the internet as well. Yeah, I forgot about that one. But inventing the internet didn't make him rich. It was that global warming thing that he invented. And greenhouse gases. If he wasn't so frickin' full of hot air, I wonder if someone were to poke him with a pin, if he would go all over the place. Although I'd really hate to be anywhere close to him when that does happen, because can you imagine the noxious fumes? Ew. That would be nasty. Your mattress blows. Yeah, I understand that, hon. I understand the whole uncomfortable mattress thing. Yeah. Okay. What? Anyone that says that we're not in recovery is peddling fiction. Some jackass at a podium. Ah! Yeah, we are recovering. Which also reminds me, you say you want a revolution. Have you ever stopped and thought about that? You know what a revolution is. It's revolving. It's like a revolving door. You say you want a revolution, take a trip in a revolving door. That's what a revolution will do for you. Mm-hmm. I know I hate back spasms, but it sure is fun to accuse him of it. Damn it all. You're no fun at all. Okay, I'm just going to share this link because I've gone all squirrel on it. Look, a chicken. Oh, he's the father of the internet. So who did he stoop to make the internet his illegitimate love child? Oh, was that the first case of internet porn? Ew. Now I'm totally traumatized for life. Or not. Maybe I traumatized someone else. That could be funny. Oh. Okay, moving along. I got to find something else. I have one here that says marijuana. How about I go there? Because it's also politics. Politics and marijuana just don't mix unless you smoked a bowl and then you sit back and watch the debates. And I tell you what, the Doritos company they would run out of Doritos during one debate. And then the world as we know it would come to an end because there would be no Doritos for those the next day that were jonesing for it because everybody had just bought them all out from token and watching a debate. Shit. This could be a really bad thing. Doritos and popcorn, both of them, would be gone. Gone from the face of the earth. This is on International Business Times. Marijuana legalization 2016. This is so freaking funny. It's a goddamn plant. Is foxglove illegal? That shit'll kill you. There's a lot of plants out there that'll kill you. Are they illegal? Where do Shrillery, the Cankle Queen, and Bernie Sanders? Bernie Sanders is the illegitimate third cousin twice removed of Colonel Sanders. It says he doesn't have the 11 herbs and spices. That's the difference. But where do they stand on cannabis use? Well, I don't know, but I think if they were to partake, they wouldn't be standing for long. They'd probably sitting back and reading their speeches and going, really? This shit's fucking funny. You really expect me to go out there and say that shit? Have you, this is some good shit. You better share it with the rest of the class, like the audience, because if I got to go out there and read this shit, they're going to need this to, wow, so I don't get lynched. In any case, as Senator Bernie Sanders and former Secretary of State Shrillery Clinton prepare for the Super Tuesday marijuana legislation has hit the headlines again. Woo-woo! Woo-woo! The Vermont Senate approved a bill Thursday that would allow people over 21 to carry 1 ounce and would create licenses for retailers and growers. Ah! Well, you know, if you can't beat them, join them and tax the holy fuck out of them. That's what I say, by God. And if I had the money to buy God, there wouldn't be one. Insert fill in the blank. With Colorado having passed legislation legalizing marijuana in late 2012, and the Vermont House now considering the Senate bill, attention is now on the Democratic candidate's stance as both states prepare to vote Tuesday, which that could be an interesting vote, dude. Do they have laws against you token before you go into the booth? This could be fun. I suppose you can't partake if you're going to be one of them counting the votes either, huh? Party poopers. This could have been so fun. Oh, well. Apparently, the article writer says, let me just say this. The state of Vermont voted to decriminalize the possession of small amounts of marijuana, and I support that, said Sanders during an interview with Katie Couric in June of last year. The state dropped criminal penalties for possession of small amounts of cannabis last year and is now considering abolishing fines for possession. Oh my God. You know why they're going to abolish fines? Because they figured out they can make money on taxes and they can on fines. And if they put people in jail, they have to feed them, which cuts into the profits, the overhead. Dang, Katie, you've put on weight, sweetheart. Oh, squirrel. Sanders also said that the war on drugs has not been successful in the United States and that relaxing marijuana laws could lower the high prison population, saving on tax dollars, which I just got to put this out there. I know there's an awful lot of people that it shows that they are in prison for possession. But a lot of times, what they have done is they have perpetrated a crime that is of more vile stature, maybe I should say, a more heinous crime. But in order to expedite matters, and get them through the system, they plead down to possession. So I'm probably going to guess that about half of those that are in prison right now for possession, they probably did something a hell of a lot worse, but they copped a plea to possession. Not saying that it's any better, because I think if you actually remove the whole marijuana bullshit, the whole illicit drug bullshit, why, thank you, Vins. If you just kick all that shit out, because seriously, if you want to declare a war on drugs, let's declare a war on all the drugs that the FDA approves. How many people die every year because of FDA approved drugs? Huh? Let's declare a war on the real killer drugs, okay? Stamp out that shit in our lifetime. There you go. That's a war on drugs I could go for. All the other fun stuff, decriminalize, deregulate, whatever. Deed is done. Don't worry about that shit anymore. And then that way, if someone actually commits a crime, a real crime against a person, a crime that does harm to someone else, which basically is a violation of natural law, not man's law. If you commit a crime that does harm to someone else, whether it's physical, financial, however, you need to pay the piper. Plain and simple. But these frickin' drug things where you can cop a plea to a simple possession, people that are very dangerous criminals get out quicker. And if you eliminate that from the system, then maybe the system wouldn't be so fucking clogged if you stop and think about it, because you don't have all that bullshit in there to clog stuff up. And then they can actually deal with the criminals that violate natural law by committing crimes that cause harm to another being. And I'm not saying harm to the state, because the state is not a fucking being. They commit crimes that cause harm to another individual, a sentient entity. A state, a government, that is a fiction. That is not a sentient entity. That is a boogeyman that we created, and the more we believe in it, the more powerful it becomes. If you stop believing in it, it's going to lose its power. Huh, squirrel. Okay, to get back to this article. Wow, I just really went off on a tangent, didn't I? I'm full of it tonight. Clinton, on the other hand, prefers to see the federal relaxation of marijuana research, meaning that the drug would be downgraded from a Schedule I drug like heroin to a Schedule II, according to MSNBC report. And a downgrade will allow medical research. Okay, they're already doing medical research, but you know what? They don't like the results they're getting, so they throw those out. Kind of like all of the negative results on all of this bullshit killer drugs that the FDA approves. Well, we have 67 studies that show that it kills people, and we have this one study that says that it helps 1 in 30. So we're going to approve it because that one study right there. Yeah. It's the way they work, people. I do support the use of medical marijuana. Yeah, one took over the line to make you good looking, sweetheart. She said this at the first Democratic presidential debate last month. And I think even there, we need to do a lot more research so that we know exactly how we're going to help people for whom medical marijuana provides relief. You know how you help people for whom it provides relief? Get the fuck out of the way. That's how you help them. A little cranky here. While Clinton's concession on the drug is viewed as positive by cannabis legislation advocates, go wank in a corner. That's about as much good as it's going to do you. They don't believe it goes far enough. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You're sitting there wanking in a corner and you don't even have your pants unzipped. It's not doing nothing for you, darling. Tom Angle, chairman of the pro-legislation group Marijuana Majority, said that Clinton is moving in the right direction. Yeah. So if she moves away, get a little closer to the edge, take that selfie there, Cankle Queen. It's all good. Oh, the view is awesome. Oh, no, one more step. No, a little to the left. Oh, wow, that first step's a doozy, ain't it? Did I say that out loud? Oh, well, he did go on to say that only federal changes would truly prevent ill people, for example, from being harassed by drug enforcement agencies. It may make research slightly easier, but on its own wouldn't do anything to protect seriously ill people who are using marijuana in accordance with state laws from being harassed by the DEA, which you know how you stop them from being harassed by the DEA? State sovereignty, darling, and actually county sheriff? Yeah. He can kick them out of his county. If he does not cede jurisdiction to them, they can't do anything. Seriously. He has to cede jurisdiction. He has to ask for them to come in and cede jurisdiction. It's just like all of these rights that you keep saying you're losing. You ain't losing those rights. You are ceding them over to them by your silent acquiescence. Stop it. Only changing federal criminal statutes can effectively do that, Engel said. Well, you know how you change federal criminal statutes? You put them all in a great big pile. And then you take a can of gas, okay, maybe a tanker of gasoline. And then a match. That's how you change federal criminal statutes. Torch them. Torch them, because there really don't need to be any federal. There really doesn't. That is the area for the states. You're clogging? What's this doubletoe.com shit? Do I need to? Huh? Moosey, are you going to the bar? Double toe. That double toe, that ain't no camel toe. Oh, okay, that's tap dancing shit. Okay. Never mind. Okay, let me share this over here. I do like Solomon as well. I agree with you, Beetle. I really enjoy Solomon. He's always got he brings out the Brazilian whoop ass. Uh-oh, did Moosey get loose of her change? Are you heading out, back spasms? See you later, sweetie. If you wish, I will send you some stuff for your back, hun. It will help. I'll chat with you later. I'll send you some stuff for your back. I sent stuff to my eldest brother. I don't know why I can't send stuff to you, too. Okay. Hi, John McAfee. John McAfee liked a tweet of mine. Is this which John McAfee? Oh, good Lord, it's that John McAfee. Hi, John McAfee. How cool. Okay. I'm going to get back to bitching now, seeing as how. Did I share that link? I'm such a total spaz. Yes, I did. Um, Write in Solomon for the Anarchist Party. Hey, there you go. No, because I'm running under the Anarchist Party. Because I'm just going to write in, click Gramzy. No. Click. It's a clickety clacker. Hey, do you remember clackers? I got mine taken away from me in school. I was doing not such nice things with them. Squirrel. I think what we need to do is instead of, writing in none of the above or any of that other bullshit, just write in ME. That is a truly anarchist move. That is a truly anarchist vote. Write in ME. I vote for me to be POTUS of my world. And the rest of y'all can kiss MY Rosy Red. Well, it's not Rosy Red. It's Lily White, actually. Because, yeah, I'm a cracker. I'm rather salty, too, so I'm not one of those crackers without salt. So, okay, let me put this over on World Truth real quick. Da, 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 da. Okay. Oh, hey, I have notifications. Whee! One toke over the line, sweet Jesus. Yes. Well, I am, honey, with ayahuasca, I don't run. Unless it's, like running water. Then my flow is really good. But no, you don't run on the ayahuasca party, hun. You just kind of be. Which is BE, not ME. So, although that is a good thought, I need to find me some of that shit. I need to try that shit. Could scare the hell out of me, but hey, no, I don't want to scare the hell out of me. That wouldn't be any fun. I would be nice then. And no, we can't have that. Oy, 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 oy. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Hey, Larry. Hey, I got two Larrys over here. Larry Anderson and Larry Lawlings. Hey there, darlings. How you doing? I know, that's just so funny. The political pollsters. Porky Pig would love them. Yes, Bo. By the way, Bo Diddy's going to be on tomorrow evening. Be sure to check it out because he's always got some bodacious tunage going on. And later on this evening, I think directly following me, actually, will be Demon Atrax and his demonic tunage. So, yay, that'll be cool. And so, if Moosey goes out to the bars tonight, does that mean it's going to be balls to the wall? So does that mean that I can call in and fuck with Grammy? Because y'all know I like fucking with him. What's funny about it? You know what? Bo, it is funny, but not in a funny ha-ha kind of way. And yeah, it is funny, odd, unusual that people fall for all that bullshit. It's like, really? Seriously? Okay. Peel just one eye open. If you just peel one eye open and you see what's going on, it's like, holy crap, gouge my eye out. Because, that eye happened to see the Cankle Queen and went, ew. And if the other eye opens up and sees Mooshell, oh, I'm done for. May as well be just blind for life. I'm totally screwed. Ooh, God. Oh, can you imagine a picture of the two of them standing side by side smiling? Oh! I would think hell would turn over in its grave. And hell ain't dead, but it would turn over in its grave. Lord, that would be a traumatizing thing to see. Okay. Ramble. Ta-da. Oh, yeah? Okay, I got comments over on the pollsters too. I gotta check the shit. Yeah, the Zodiac killer. That's right. He killed the Zodiac. Oh my God, all those astrological signs are just dead. And he scattered them all over. Oh, Bryant, that's a good one. Bryant says that Rubio was his sidekick, as the boy wonder, like Batman and Robin for the Zodiac Killer. That's funny. I like that one, Bryant. There's some witty people out there. Okay. I have time for this. I told you I was going to get to something about Facebook, and here we go. Here we go. I just had to get there. This is from wearechange.org. Stated from last week. Is that last week? I don't know. No, it was the 18th, so maybe it's a week and a half ago. I don't know. I don't do math. I like Abbott and Costello, okay? 7 times 13 is 28. It's called Common Core, or at least the birth of it. We just didn't realize it. We were busy laughing. In any case, how many of your Facebook friends are undercover federal agents? We have ways of making you talk. Yes. Go ahead and share that selfie. A little to the left. Oh, there, another one bites the dust. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, Lord. Okay. The feds are on Facebook. Oh, like that's a shock. I'm shocked and appalled, but not a bunion. Because that's on your foot. U.S. law enforcement agents are following the rest of the internet world into popular social networking services. No! They're going undercover with false online profiles to communicate with suspects and gather private information. Seriously? You think you got anything private on Facebook? Oh, Dr. Demento must really like you. Wow. This is all according to an internal Justice Department document that offers a tantalizing glimpse of issues related to privacy and crime fighting. But it was released by someone, an anonymous source, who was not able to have their name named because, well, they're going to be wind up dead in a ditch somewhere anyway. So, why make it come any faster? Really? These were leaked documents, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, let's accidentally just leave this on the corner so that they can see it. That's how they leak shit. So, think you know who's behind that friend request? I've been getting an awful lot of unusual friend requests, but I don't think they're from the Fibby. No, I think mine are from like foreign agents. I'm thinking Interpol. Well, that new friend just might be the FBI. Maybe they're undercover FBI and they just have a really bad fake Indian accent. Maybe that's what it is. The document obtained... yeah, learn to talk, Grammy. The document obtained in a federal... Shit, fuck balls. I have a Tourette's moment. Okay. The document obtained in a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit. I could say those 3 P's a hell of a lot easier than I could that little bit right there. Who'da thunk? It makes clear that the U.S. agents are already logging on surreptitiously, as opposed to maple syrup. This is a different kind of syrup that's not tasty. And they exchange messages with suspects, identify a target's friends or relatives, and browse private information such as postings, personal photographs, and video clips. Because, don't you know, all that shit you put on your Facebook page is private. And it's yours. Did you read the fine print on Facebook in their lovely little privacy clause? Everything you post on there is theirs. It becomes their property. Oh, wow. I just had a devious thought run through my mind, but I'll save that for later. Wow, it looks like some of the comments are really just short, quick, and to the point. Fuck the feds, suck my fuck dick, you fucking fascist scum fuck. Well, really? I think you need to kind of explain that to me because that's kind of vague. Tell me how you really feel. Oh, wow. If they don't have anything else to do besides check out my Facebook page, they are really, really bored. Um, 1 million pounds of rat meat found in chicken wings. Oh, yummy. Thanks, free enslaved. A fireball event? The alcohol? Okay. Be back a day. Doobie da. Doobie doobie doo. I'm sorry. I'm catching up on the chat over here. Yeah. Da-dun, da-dun. What? You thought I was what? Oh, okay. I finally caught up. Um, Barbecue sauce? Yum. I do like barbecue sauce. Okay. Squirrel. Squirrely. It's amazing how a little bit of E on the end just makes it ever so much more fun. Okay, I'm sharing this over on World Truth, and then um, I'm going to find one more thing, and then I'm going to be out of here for the night because, yeah, I got to get the hell out of the road because Atrax is coming on right after me, and he'll run my ass over because he's kind of demonic like that. And then Grimner and Moose Girl, or maybe not Moose Girl, because if it's Grimmy and Moose Girl, then it's Freaker's Ball. But if Moosey's gone to the bar, then it'll be balls to the wall, and then I will have to harass him. It's like a moral imperative. What's on Twitter? Yes. A pregnancy announcement. Oh, and I refreshed so I don't get to see it. Okay. What's this? Nope. Nope, done that one. I need to go to my pocket. That's what I need to do because I saw this one earlier today and I thought, oh, that looks interesting, especially the original picture on it. I was like, oh, wow, there's nothing subliminal about that. This is on amtvmedia.com, and it's the truth revealed about subliminal messages. I'm going to go ahead and just share this with y'all so you can play right along because, yeah, that initial picture is like, wow. Talk about subliminal. You had a Siamese cat that wouldn't catch mice? I used to have a cat she looked Siamese, but she wasn't Siamese, and we called her Mouser because she went eek, eek. She squeaked like a mouse. And she was the best damn mouser ever. Ever. Oh, thank you, free enslaved. You can have the fireball shots because I can't do that. That stuff messes with me. I'll stick with my vodka. Thank you very much. And I don't even do that very often anymore because, number one, I'm poor. Number two, it works entirely too good for all kinds of cleaning purposes. And number three, I'm poor. And no, it doesn't sound good anymore. So I just don't drink anymore. I don't know. It's weird. It really is weird. Oh, well. Alex Petrosky wrote this. This is dated from yesterday, actually. The reality is that we are all being conditioned to think and believe certain things without any rational explanation through subliminal messaging in advertising, music, film, television, political propaganda, and military psychological operations. Huh, really? Considering the definition of the word subliminal, which is existing or functioning below the threshold of consciousness, it is easy to downplay the power of this brainwashing technique because most people are not consciously aware that it is happening. Yet, it is affecting their lives. You know, if you ever went to the drive-in movie and then all of a sudden you got a hankering for the pizza, the nasty-ass drive-in movie pizza, which actually the drive-in in my hometown was not nasty-ass pizza. It was awesome pizza. But you got a hankering for that, and then next thing you know, everybody's at the snack bar. Yeah, they've been doing it for years. Just saying. Once you realize that subliminal messages is real and start to pay attention, it becomes much easier to recognize the we are, People, do you not understand that I mentally stumble over this shit? Please, somebody proofread your articles. You're a big famous website. Proofread. So I don't. Okay, I'm gonna fuck it up anyway when I read it, but hey. Indeed, all being conditioned to behave a certain way. Be a good little sheep. Kiss my ass. To want certain things, but I want it now, mine. Yeah, that's what they want you to do. Buy that next iPhone. You know you need it. Doesn't make any difference if the one you've got's only 3 months old. Get the new one. Oh, and they want you to believe in ideas without being able to rationally explain why. Because, well, as Vince says quite often, this is no time for rational thinking. God, you know you can go to jail for that shit. Thinking. Well, maybe not yet, but coming attractions. Apparently below is a short video by Jeffrey Warwick, who is the director of Programming the Nation. He offers his take and the truth about subliminal messaging. And Warwick shares a few examples of messages embedded within ads which are not likely to be seen consciously, but are admitted into the subconscious mind, which is what usually comes out to play when I'm on the radio. Because, I put my headphones on and my subconscious goes, it's playtime! Yay! Yes, my subconscious has a good time when I'm on the radio. I want to do this one. I needed to share this over on World Truth too, because did I put it over on, or did I just say I was gonna and then didn't? I did. Yay! Back to. Okay. Let me get below the... Oh, wow. Hey, I do remember seeing the Wendy's thing. Okay. A common response to this type of revealing information is skepticism because, nuh-uh, and disbelief that sexual innuendos or random words embedded in pictures or film will not impact a person's willingness to buy a product. Okay. Sexual innuendos... I'm blatant about those. There ain't no subliminal about any of the shit that I put out there. I'm just going to put that out there right here and now. There ain't nothing, no subliminal. Yeah. There are a few things that I will say that definitely have multiple meanings. Okay, there's a lot of things that I'll say that do that, but... Although it is a common assumption that sex sells, which yes, it does. Because for most people, it's associated with feelings of pleasure, excitement, enjoyment, or even love. Subliminal messaging is about much more than helping advertisers sell more products. These messages are designed to have an impact on general consumer behavior and affect people's life patterns, thus molding society. Yeah, you're getting a fungus on you, all right. Yeah, and creating a captivating, more and more receptive consumer. When bombarded with subliminal messaging, the mind is likely to trigger emotions, memories, or feelings without a person's conscious recognition of why they feel a certain way. A person may not consciously realize why they start to become more attracted to certain behaviors, lifestyles, or products until you realize that whole poke in the Pillsbury Doughboy. Yeah, you know where they're going with that. Uh-huh. So, are subliminal messages contributing to a variety of economic, social, and political problems currently present in our culture? Such as over-competitiveness, low self-esteem, obesity, overconsumption, and debt. I'm thinking fluoride also contributes to that, as well as the mercury in those lovely inoculations that we got since birth. There are many examples that support this idea and demonstrate that subliminal messaging over time can have a powerful impact. Let's take, for instance, advertising to women. Oh, that is like the biggest buttfuck in the world. Just as a female, saying, all of this shit of you must be young, you must be beautiful, you must dye your hair, you must use this makeup, you must wear this bikini, you must wear this lingerie. If you don't do a bikini wax or a Brazilian wax, you will not attract a man. You will not get this. You will not. If you dress like a slut, you'll be able to do this. But if you breastfeed your child, you're a social outcast. That's just on the women's side. And that's just not even the tip of the nipple. What? That's right, Demon Atrax, and don't you forget it. For those of you over on World Truth, Demon Atrax just had to say that I think we just got a disturbing look into Graham's mind with the Pillsbury Doughboy comment. Uh-huh. Yes, my mind is disturbed. Step inside. You'll run away. Trust me. Oh, well, to go on with this, if you look at the variety of ads that are targeted at women ages 18 to 35, which, thank God, I'm not in that age group anymore, an overwhelming majority will personify that women and girls should be thin, wear lots of makeup, style their hair in certain ways, and of course look very sexy. Did I not just say that? I hadn't even read that yet, and I know how this shit works. I've been shopping at Walmart. Actually, I've seen the frickin' little sweatpants and shorts for little girls, you know, size 8 and smaller, in the little girl sizes that have cutie pie across the rump. Really? That's something where I want to drop kick someone through the goalpost of life when I see that shit. It's like, don't you dare put any of that shit on my granddaughter's ass, because I will drop kick somebody. Oh well, to go on. It almost appears as though the advertiser's job is to make young women feel bad about themselves. Almost? Almost? Really? Yeah. Why do you think there's so much anorexia and bulimia and all that other fun shit out there? Because you're not skinny enough. You're not twiggy. It was way back in the 60s. You know, remember way back Marilyn Monroe and Lana Turner and Grace Kelly? They were voluptuous women. They were absolutely gorgeous, voluptuous women. And then all of a sudden, voluptuous was not sexy anymore. You had to be a twig. And you had to be so frickin' flat that you could put your bra on backwards and it fit better. Yeah. The waif look is not an attractive look. Don't go there, people. Other examples are films such as the Rambo series of the 1980s and more recent American Sniper, which glorify mindless military self-sacrifice, torture, and violence. Yeah, I see a lot of that shit. They romanticize obedience to authority. I don't believe in authority. There is no fucking thing as authorita. It is made up. And unquestioning loyalty to a war-mongering government. Bunch of little frickin' tyrants, midgets in an elevator, running around with their nose in everybody's business. Dude, how about you step to the back of the elevator and let me blow you an intestinal kiss and let you know what I really think of your shit? Huh? American Sniper lionizes the most despicable aspects of U.S. society. The gun culture, which I don't know that you can say the gun culture, because a gun is an object. It is a tool. Yes, it can be used as a weapon, but so can a baseball bat, so can a bottle, so can a plate of food, for that matter. Anything can be used as a weapon, so blaming the gun and the gun culture is a bunch of bullshit. That's another programming bullshit. guns serve their purpose. I am just about out of time, and I'm going to have to get out of here. I rambled and prattled on entirely too much, apparently. And there's really not a whole heck of a lot left of this, but I did go ahead and share the link so y'all can check it out, and I'll go ahead and put it over on Twitter as well, because I think it needs to be shared on Twitter as well. I will be back next week, Wednesday, for the Wackadoodle Wednesday edition of Grammy's Rocket Chair. But until then, stick around because Atrax is coming up right after me, and then Grimner and possibly Moose Girl. Grimmy, are you still over in the chat? Are you and Moosey doing the Freakers Ball? Betty Page, yes. Oh, yeah. She was a va-va-voom as well. Oh, Moosey's back. So Grimmy and Moose Girl will be doing the Freakers Ball later on this evening. And then tomorrow at 4... Is that 4 Eastern time? I got to get this right because I don't want to slight the lovely Miss Kira because she has an absolutely awesome show. Okay, tomorrow at 4 Eastern time is The Bridge with Kira. Please tune in because she's a very smart, very lovely lady, and she's always got an intelligent conversation going on. And then tomorrow evening will be Bo Diddy with some bodacious tunage starting at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Then Sunday at noon Eastern time is Grimner with his bluesy blues show. And directly following him at 3 p.m. Eastern time is Hal Anthony with Behind the Woodshed. Also, there's supposed to be a special show with Flash and Vince